What's up, boys and girls? We just watched You Were Never Really Here, starring Joaquin Phoenix.
And directed by Lynne Ramsay. Now this film is a very dark look at a tortured man who is tasked with saving a girl in the same vein as Taxi Driver, and it was a hell of a good movie.
Close your eyes.
Yeah! Joaquin Phoenix plays a veteran who finds missing girls for a living, and his next task is to find the daughter of a politician.
State Senator Albert Vato. His teenage daughter's missing. What's the lead?
One of the things we really enjoyed about this film was the mood, the style, and the tone of this film. As I mentioned before, Joaquin Phoenix plays a very tortured man, a tortured soul in this film. And the great thing about it is there's not that much dialogue in this film. There's not that much, simple exposition that's thrown at you. You get a lot of flashbacks. You get a lot of, scenes where he's just kind of looking and then he smiles randomly. Or, he has this way off glance or he's swerving his car. Like, it doesn't need to be, the 1, 2, 3 dialogue in so many films. This one really takes a step back and you really, point the camera at Joaquin Phoenix and he shows his acting chops in this film to brilliant effect.
Like Jamil said, there's not a lot of dialogue, but you actually get through a wide range of emotions in this film. And it goes from being uncomfortable. There are very disturbing parts of this film, but also there's parts that give you hope in this film also. It's a very wide range of emotions, and it's all built through tone and mood as opposed to dialogue, or as opposed to them telling you how it is. You just feel this as you're watching him, mosey around by himself or just having these horrible flashbacks. And I think it's a great testament to the filmmaker and how it's edited. To just really, this movie shines in that way. It's so different, it's so quiet, as opposed to a lot of the noise that we hear in modern day film today. There's a lot of small scenes that are thrown in. Those are his flashbacks, and they're actually pretty disturbing because it's during his time in the army and also his childhood, which isn't exactly the best childhood. And there is action in this movie, but it's not in the same vein as, Taken, where he's going around into every room looking for the girl, shooting up a bunch of people.
Right.
It actually leaves a lot more to the imagination.
It's crazy because this movie is extremely violent in the quiet time that it serves. With the action, a lot of it is off screen. And so you come in and a lot of the times you see the aftermath of what happened. And sometimes that feels a little more, intriguing and a little more violent than just putting it out there, because your imagination starts working. You're like, damn, I wonder what his jaw looked like when he hit it with the hammer. Is he losing teeth? Is he, so I think Lynne Ramsay did a great job in deciding to, kind of keep that for the viewer to make their own decision. And it really, just atones to Joaquin Phoenix as, a brilliant actor who can portray so much anger, but also so much passion without even needing to throw a punch. Just the way it's portrayed on film, it's like, you don't need more of this. Like, it's just beautiful the way it is. Now, as we said before, this movie does not have a lot of dialogue. There's not a lot of normal exposition in this movie. And you might think, okay, so we're gonna be watching Joaquin Phoenix staring at the screen, a lot of dead silence. No. One of the driving forces of this film is the music.
Can you hear me? My name's Joe. It's okay, come here.
The composer, Johnny Greenwood, who works a lot with Paul Thomas Anderson in Phantom Thread, The Master, and Inherent Vice, There Will Be Blood, and who also is a member of Radiohead, he scores this movie brilliantly. There are times where I didn't think I was listening to a movie score. I thought I was hearing something pounding against a door, or, we're hearing a train kind of screech in the background, and you realize all this is just, the kind of audible aesthetic for the film. It brings it to life and it kind of immerses you in this kind of off-putting world that Joaquin Phoenix is inhabiting, not just physically, but also mentally.
There's a lot of scenes where Joaquin Phoenix is just standing and thinking or kind of slowly walking around. But the thing is, the music and the score give it such a mood. It makes it so disturbed. There's times where it's, just those horrible strings on a violin that just makes you, it gives you that feeling that something is messed up. Something's messed up in his mind. And all he's doing visually is walking from point A to point B or waiting for a subway. But the thing is that music just gives you that incredible feeling. And there's not a lot of movies that can do that. We've gone to a lot of movies where they try to make you feel, try to make you cry or something. But there's not a lot of these movies where it makes you just so uncomfortable and disturbed. And this is a movie where it matches perfectly with that. There's not a lot on screen, but that music, sometimes it'll just hit you. And that's what we want, right? We want to feel, we want to be immersed in this mood and tone. For my final review, I give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. I loved it. I loved the performance by Joaquin Phoenix.
Yep.
The music went along, the tone, the mood, the pacing, everything. I feel like I've talked to you about this before, that I feel like we're only looking for movies that have a very specific tone, very specific mood. Not one specific one, but when they know what mood and consistent to the whole entire thing, and they go for it.
Yes.
And when a story, I don't care if the story is simple.
No.
I don't care if the story, it's a very simple story. It's about a man who's going off to look for this girl, and that's it. But everything around it, and the fact that he's such a tortured soul, it comes in through the entire movie. It gives you this disturbing feeling. It just hit on all cylinders for me, and it's a perfect movie for, someone who just appreciates cinema and appreciates the art of filmmaking and scoring. And so 8.5, I recommend it to anyone who just enjoys film and art.
I'm gonna go with you on that as well. 8.5. That is my final rating as well. This movie is great. Definitely gonna be one of the movies I think film festivals are gonna be talking about throughout the year. Hopefully we'll get an Oscar nod for Joaquin Phoenix, maybe even a director nod for Lynne Ramsay. I mean, just like Ken said, it hits on all cylinders. It's so consistent. And yes, we are looking for movies like this, because I think a movie, along with like novels and albums, like it's a vision that a person holds. And when you can bring all these different departments together and focus on that vision and have them believe in that vision, and then you translate it to people who are watching it and they understand the vision, that's a force to be reckoned with. And Lynne Ramsay and Joaquin Phoenix and the whole department, the musical department, editing department, they all did it. And thank you for releasing this film, because it is amazing.
Well, that was a review for You Were Never Really Here, starring Joaquin Phoenix. I really like this movie. If you guys like this movie, please comment below. Well, that was our review for You Were Never Really Here. If you've seen the movie, comment below. Tell us if you liked it or didn't like it. And what is your favorite Joaquin Phoenix movie? Also,
we are on Instagram at the same name, Black and Yellow Movies. Please check us out. We would love for you to follow us so we can keep you updated on everything we're doing and watching. And it's just a great way to stay in contact.
And please subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. See ya. There are a lot of scenes that are flashbacks that are cut back to his very disturbing past, either something that traumatic that happened in his childhood or his army days. Right?
Yeah, it is like that.
Right?